Hello? Oh, we're alive. Okay. Let's see. Where are we right now? Actually, finish setting things up here. What kind of music do we want? Some breakbot very gently in the background. That is like way too quiet, I think. Is that like a normal volume or is that way too quiet still? Maybe. Okay, let me move a little bit here. Okay, sick. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Let's see other things. Yeah, we're doing actually. Yeah, okay. Stream title, everything's all set up. Cool. We're doing animation practice learning stuff right now. Um, so, uh, and I talked with Nalian about this very briefly, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna animate my existing VTuber model here because one, it's already set up with like, you know, IK and all of that fun stuff. Um, and then we can kind of learn more about like, you know, like what bones do you have to animate to do stuff with IK? And since it is like a little more complicated of a rig and model and everything, then it will be easier for him to kind of he'll have this knowledge and then he can then take that to later when he's animating his little slime guy that he's gonna have. It'll be a lot easier for him to comparatively it'll be easier. Um, let's see. Okay, making sure I have everything ready. Of course, there's basically no script for this, as usual. Um, but after this week, finally, we're gonna start doing actual, Godot programming, C# 101 stuff. So that's gonna be fun. At some point, I still need to go and finish up and probably to some degree remake my C# PowerPoint that I have. But yeah, we'll I'll find the non-existent time that I have to work on that at some point. Well, at some point this week. It has to happen this week. All right, I'll tell Nyan I'm ready whenever he's ready. So, jump scare. Let's see. I think I might need to adjust volumes. All of my audio settings are all fucked. I don't know what the hell I did. Yeah. Oh, let's see. I don't even have desktop audio. Okay. Shit. Activate. Say something.
Something.
Okay, yeah, wow. For some reason, you are way loud. Okay, say something again.
Something. I can start screaming if you want.
Okay. No, I think you're good.
Hmm?
Normally I have everything at 200% and then I just
Yeah.
like adjust it outside, but for some reason I have to turn you down to like 70%.
Oh, damn. Maybe it has to do with why my mic looks like it's peaking more. Let me. I'm gonna adjust my mic on my audio interface so I might get quiet. Okay, how we looking now?
I'll turn you up slightly.
I'm gonna do a readjust.
Okay, I think that's good now.
Yay, problem solving.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. I think I have everything ready here, theoretically.
You think
I
you
think.
don't know?
Therefore I theoretically am,
Allegedly.
allegedly. I exist in a superposition of uh thinking and existing.
Allegedly. Okay, so what is on the schedule for today? It's just got loaded.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. So, I sent you along my model, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like a kind of a mostly like a tour of how you animate, as well as we'll do like an animation or two and kind of show how you like blend them together.
Okay.
Um, and then some kind of foreshadowing of what this will look like in Godot once we get there. Which I hope you're excited. Next week is beginning programming.
Oh man, I'm so excited in like the most unexcited way.
I still need to like at some point finish remaking my C Sharp 101 presentation because I realized it kind of sucks. And there's a lot of like
Oh,
Godot specific things that I want to incorporate into it, and a lot of like better things and better like coding practices I've picked up through just working on stuff as well as uh, doing programming at work now.
right.
So I want to go back and like give you those like useful things to start with, so that way you know the good practices.
That
Uh,
sounds lovely and wonderful.
okay, so if you open up the here, I'll actually screen share here so you can see in real time what I'm pointing at. Then also I
Yeah,
need to
let
turn on
me
my
get
screencast
this up
keys.
and then get it back up on stream.
I turn off the AC so it's not blasting in my ear the whole time.
Well, that's part of the fun.
Yeah, I love when it's actually it's not too bad. Let's see, what is it right now? It's 82. Oh boy, it's gonna be in the 90s all
Yeah.
this week. Fun, fun, fun.
I mean, it was in the 90s all freaking last week too, so
Yeah. Well, we got up into 100, like 104. So
yeah, I remember that day. I don't think I left my room.
yeah, I hunkered down and sealed the house.
All right. I think I got your stream set up.
Okay.
We are ready to learn.
All right.
I currently only have the cube, so what am I going to need to do to get old Mr. Skeleton on my screen?
So I think I DM'd it to you on Discord, the
Yep,
blend
I have
file.
I have it downloaded.
So then you just double click that blend file and it'll open up in Blender, I believe.
Uh, well, isn't that convenient? downloads. Yeah, what would you look at that? It's like a disabled the automatic execution of Python scripts.
Oh, yeah, you want to say whatever execute or enable or whatever it
Allow it.
yeah. Yeah, cuz
Okay,
that's
allowed.
that's part of the Rigify thing where it gives you some neat stuff here. So actually I'll give a brief tour of that. So, um if we have the rig selected and we're in object mode up here, um I have FK turned off, which is like a different way of basically like you because like I kind of don't fully understand FK, um and the few times that I've tried to work with FK I couldn't wrap my head around it, so I turn off
Mhm.
FK in my rigs. I like IK, where it's just I move the hand and the elbow and everything and shoulder knows how to rotate properly here. um and so like
I'll try Laura, thank you.
I can, like move the hand and then I can like move the elbow so it knows like how to, where to target and stuff.
I
Um,
can't seem to individually select joints or
oh
anything.
yeah, so that's a hotkey to I don't know why that's odd that it's not showing my hotkeys in here. Do I have to turn it off and on? Yeah, okay, weird. So if you hold down or if you have the rig selected in object mode and you go top left and you go to pose mode, or just control tab to swap between pose and object. Pose mode is where you can
Ah,
select the individual
okay.
bones and move them.
Whoa, rubber bones.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so there's a couple different types of bones in a Rigify rig. There's obviously the like actual IK targets and stuff. So like the hand bone is this one. The little
Mm.
blue orbs are adjuster bones. So like if I move the hand like here, and then I don't really like how like you can see like right here where it's like kind of clipping weird, and if I didn't like that,
Yeah.
I can kind of like manually slightly move these bones to get the pose that exactly I want. So that's what the little orbs do. This little
Okay.
orb out here is your elbow pole that it goes after. So depending on like if I wanted to say like where I'm like kind of putting my hand up to my head to like like I'm scratching the back of my head or something, I'm going to move the hand like that, but then I'm going to move the elbow kind of like out here and then obviously tweak it a little bit so it's not like fucked up looking. But
Oh, cool.
that's kind of like, you're pulling the elbow where you want it to go. Let's see, what are the other ones? This one, I don't. Yeah, this one's like moving the actual like shoulder bone, which this is one you don't really want to use most of the time to move around stuff. The big box here is basically the overall kind of IK for your like pelvis. So if I just pull that down and back, then it's like I'm sitting. And so that's
Okay.
um
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the fun one where you can go nutty with it.
Whoa.
Um,
Jumping for joy.
so like my animation where I sit and stand is basically just pretty much just like lowering and pushing this box down, and then the rest just kind of happens.
Oh, this is also you got punched by
Yeah,
some anime
yeah. When you
character that
get
got
punched and
you
it's like,
flying back. Ooh. That's cool. Okay. Sorry.
um, let's
Easily
see.
distracted.
Me too. Let's see, what is this one? Oh yeah, this one's like moving the hips on their own for like,
Yeah, let me tell you, these things don't lie.
yep. I think these are the boob bones. These circles right here.
Ooh,
Yeah.
feels weird to use these. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, we can add, let's see, we can go like this. Oh, go like that. And then, yep, now we're ready. Now we're ready for Twitch.
Yeah. Your Twitch audience is about to grow.
Yep.
You're all to sell
So you move these out
all of
here,
your video games that
and
you've
then
ever made.
then you add the jiggle physics script to this, and then you're just set.
Boom, it's that easy. Oh, it like rip your shoulder blades though.
Let's see. So these big circular blue ones are essentially like parts of the spine. So like there's the like kind of like stomach level spine, the kind of like shoulder level spine here. Um
And was this was a rig that you were able to just throw onto it, right? Like you didn't
yes.
add each
So
individual one.
so remember when we did the like example rigging with the
Yeah,
yeah, this is literally that same rig.
cool.
Just sized to match my character. And then
Oh, so this at one point was all of those bones that we were messing around with.
yes. And then I
And now
just
it's okay.
simplified it by like I didn't need all the face bones and stuff, so I just cut those from my rig. Same with like all the like fingers and stuff I didn't need, so I cut those from the rig just to make it simpler. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So this is, and that's the other reason why I wanted to work with this and kind of tour around more with this, because this is like, if you want to rig any sort of like biped, this is pretty much how you do it. And so learning this stuff now is useful. Um, let's see, where are we? Okay, so then this bone right
You
here,
see it that way? What way? Which one?
this guy, the kind of the big like
Okay, yep.
chip looking like, what is it?
Like a Frito.
Yeah,
No, not a
yeah, yeah.
Frito. Like a Pringle. Pringle.
Pringle. Yeah, I don't know why
Pringles
I
can.
couldn't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
of Pringle, but yeah, the big Pringle here. This one is kind of like the entire like everything like the basically everything that like your clavicles would attach to. So it's like the collarbone here.
Gotcha.
And then each one of these smaller Pringles is the actual like, shoulder itself. Um so you can like push the shoulders back or forward slightly. So like if I wanted to, for example, do like a pose where like my character's like kind of bending over and just like sad and upset and everything, I'm gonna kind of pull these like slightly together and slightly forward to where it's just like where he's like, ugh. Like that. And so those are kind of a smaller bone, but they're definitely useful to have. Um, let's see what else. So then there's the two kind of, what one is this one? This one is the neck. So the neck, which is this bottom circle on the head, is kind of like controlling like how far forward or back or kind of like left and right the neck goes, and the head will
Okay.
kind of remain level during this. And you can also get weird with it. um and then the one that's kind of in the like center of the head here, this one is the one for doing like actually like looking around, looking up and down, um or also being weird.
Yes, definitely not what I've been doing so
Um, okay, yeah, and then down here at the bottom, my character doesn't actually have feet or, anything internal
What?
whatsoever, so can't
How are
really
you supposed to
see.
make money?
Ah, exactly. Um, so there's not too much to
You
see.
you are correct, Laura.
There's not too much to see here. But you can kind of move the feet back and forth. But then there's if you had an actual like leg on your character, these like I don't know what you'd call these, like little like arrow circle things. These are for like if you pull it back, your character would be kind of like standing on their heels and like their toes would be up in the air. And then vice versa, if you pulled it forward, then it's like your character's on your tippy toes. And then
Yes, I see.
similar kind of mechanic here with the like front one. I don't know, I don't remember exactly what controls differently with that. Um but then yeah, obviously the main one that I use is just the foot one. And then that, IKs up the way to the leg and to the pelvis slightly. Let's see, is there anything else? Oh yeah. So then the big giant one around it, which if you're doing an animation all in Blender, it makes sense to use this because your character's still technically like at the center there, but you're moving like everything, like all of the bones at once. So like if I was making an animation, I want my character to like walk around in a room. I'm gonna do the walk animation, but also I'm gonna just move them like this. But since we're gonna be basically attaching, in Blender, or I mean in Godot, when we're gonna be assembling this, we're sticking the model to like, an actual like node in Godot that we're gonna be moving. So then this part we don't really ever want to touch in Blender for now. What else? What else? I think that's basically it for all the important bones. So I'll kind of show you some other things. So if we go over to the animation tab at the very top, and you might have to reorganize this slightly to fit however you want. So this isn't what the default animation layout looks like, but I've changed it slightly to fit my needs. But so a tour of something. The top left, this is your NLA tracks or nonlinear animation. This is where we're gonna have different, little specific animations that we can kind of blend together and merge together. Because a way to do this is basically we create all our animations individually, and then I need to
Okay.
turn on my music. It is distracting me now. A good song came on. Oh, I don't have my thing open again. Okay. So we have these are all my different kind of like built-in animations that I have. So like my idle animation. Or I guess first I should talk about navigating this. To move everything in here of like where you're observing, it's middle click and drag. Scroll wheel will scroll you in and out and zoom. So you can get a better view and kind of line up the playhead. So this number right here, so you can see how like it kind of turns dark after a moment. That's because that is how many frames I have set for the animation. So I only none of my animations go over 120 frames. So I just have it locked to that. And so yeah, like you can turn on an animation. So like the idle animation here, if I toggle that on, you can kind of see my guy just kind of like stands there and my arms kind of like wiggle slightly and sway, and like there's a little bit of a breathing
Oh yeah.
animation. So I can like turn that off and then it stops animating. But then I can say like talking animation, and then let's see. Yeah, and so like the talking animation's only like a couple frames right here. Like literally only like 10 frames is just like kind of nodding up and down. And then I'm controlling that in Godot where I match
Okay.
the kind of speed and uh like um impact that the animation has, like how much I'm amplifying it is based off of like my speech volume. Um let's see. And so like
Okay, that makes sense. I was say because this doesn't look nearly as dynamic than when you actually talk, so that makes sense. If
yeah.
it's like a bit
Yeah.
variable depending on how
Uh-huh.
you're talking.
Let's see. Oh yeah, and so another thing, it's like you can see the animation here because we played the idle animation. Now my hands are stuck by my side, even though I don't have the idle animation on. Um, that means that if we start animating from this perspective, because it'll just when you turn off an animation, it'll just leave it in whatever state it was in. So if you wanted to say this is useful and annoying, if say if I had like a big animation and I wanted to take like a frame of that animation as like an idle pose or something, I could scroll to there, turn off the animation, create a new animation, and basically just keyframe all of these guys, and then it would be at that. But I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to in pose mode, I'm going to click into the viewport. I'm going to tap A to select all the bones, and then I'm going to do an Alt R to reset rotation, Alt G to reset
So Alt R
position.
opened up the video.
Oh, well that's interesting.
uh, thank you for the head pat, Sky. Oh, and thank you for the good check-in as well. Welcome in, man. Officially welcome in.
Let's see, what is the I don't
Uh,
I don't know what
yeah,
the
my NVIDIA performance overlay opens up with Alt R.
oh well I'll have to look and see where the reset the yeah I don't know where that would be. Well, Alt G should reset positions, and then Alt S will reset any scale because you know you can scale bones if you so desire.
Yes, there
And
is a check-in. Be more diligent, Sky.
so Alt S R and G is my like when I need to reset everything on a model. That's the where I'm hitting.
Gotcha.
Oh, we got a no Nosferatu, the vampire, the real one. Thank you for the follow. You cannot come.
No,
You cannot come into my
the real
house though.
one.
The real one.
What? Let Nosferatu in. What do you...
Let's see.
Nosferatu, I give you permission to enter Mr. Skeletal's house.
The real one. I'll stay outside then. Yeah, you can camp out in the parking lot. That's totally fine. Not in the house though. Let's see, where are we? So, trying to think. Where do we want to go from here? So I guess we can create a new animation. Um,
Yippee! I'm gonna animate the fuck out of you.
yeah. Do you have an idea for like I don't know, a funny like dance or something?
Funny dance or a dance?
Anything.
We could we could make you do we could make you become
Your
ninja at
sweet
the New Year's ball drop.
Wait, what was that?
We could make you be ninja at the New Year's ball drop in New York City that one year. Where's the movement? I'm not seeing enough movement as he's flossing. by himself.
Oh, floss. Oh, we could totally do flossing. That would actually be a really easy one. Okay. So, with our reset model here, what we're going to do is we're going to create in the action editor down here. Um, this if you like click on there, you can see there's a bunch of different animations. These are like this is like the main editor where you're actually making the animations. But what we're
Okay.
going to do is we're going to hit new, and then we should have a thing just called action. Um, so then I'm going to call this loss. And then let me actually look up. Need to actually look up what
I
the
don't need to
floss
look it up.
dance looks like. I'm not
I unfortunately just know how to floss.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's not something that I'm proud of. But it makes for really great comedic timing
Okay, thankfully Wikipedia has
for
a very
cringe
very
humor.
useful GIF built into Wikipedia to
Yeah, yeah, that's the floss.
okay, so it's kind of like okay. I understand the motions of this now.
You just floss in and out.
Okay, sick. I will keep that up on my other screen so I can reference it. So,
So you can be stuck in floss land for the rest of your life.
I guess what we want to do
Next time I see you, you better be able to hit the floss, by the way.
I can try. I'll hit that yoinky sploinky.
No, not
Okay.
the Yankee Swanky.
So I guess our first pose should be if we take this hand. So I'm going to set this to global level here.
Well, bring it around town.
Then I'll need to grab the elbow, then kind of set it
Oh,
right
look, they're already doing
there.
it. Holy shit.
And then I'll grab this arm and kind of pull. Let's see. I think that makes sense. Yeah, something like this. And then I'll also grab the shoulder and kind of to give us a little more room here. And then I need to rotate the hand because the hand is twisting all sorts of crazy right there. Move this arm here. This shoulder slightly back. And then let's see. So when he moves his hips kind of into the hands. So we'll see. How do we want to? We move the hips slightly. We kind of push them slightly there. Okay.
Bring his hips out to the side. Whoop, whoop. Now this is a grade A flosser.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, so this is like before moving it in front. Okay. So once I have all my bones where I would like them for this, I'm just
Mhm.
gonna do this the easy way, and I'm gonna tap A to select all the bones, and then
Bones.
while I have my cursor hovered in the viewport, I'm gonna tap I, and that'll put in a keyframe on all of the bones. Technically, only the bones that we moved, because this is all IK'd, only the bones that we move specifically technically need to be keyframed. But uh, just to make it easier, we'll do it this way. It makes it messier in the action editor, but it makes it easier instead of having
So
to
yeah, just like shit,
find
shit.
all of the bones that we moved slightly.
Oh shit, I should be on probably frame 1. Frame 0. Okay.
So then,
Now
now,
next position or
yeah, so now what I like to do when I'm kind of like sketching out an animation is I'll move ahead like 5 frames, and that gives me some room to work down here. Um, so then I'm not like stacking frames 1 frame from each other, and then it's easier for me to say like, okay, yeah, this is this frame, this is this frame, and then um, this is a useful thing here is once we have multiple like columns of keyframes, you can select this. So there's all these different channels on the left right here.
Mhm.
But the summary channel is a collection of all keyframes that are in that frame number. So frame 0, if you select the summary node in frame 0, that will select all of them. And so I can move this later, or if I wanted to say duplicate this pose from that summary node, I can click the summary node and hit Shift D, and I can duplicate those frames later. So if I want to say, because you always want your animations to be seamless generally. So easy way to do this is once you hit your last like pose, you'll just duplicate your frame 0 and put that at the like frame like 120 or whatever the length of your animation is. So that way it is goes to that so when say if it goes to like pose 30 or frame 30 on the pose, then when you get to there and then it cycles back to 0, you're already on that frame and it will smoothly animate, and then it's a seamless loop.
Neat.
Yeah. So now we get to do the next pose. So I'm going to go to move my cursor to 5, and then we're going to say we'll do the pose where
Yeah, now you bring it back.
we're bringing it in, and then this hand goes behind, and then I'll kind of move the elbow slightly.
I feel like I almost have to get up to do it myself. So hold on.
I mean, that actually is a real strategy in real life. That is a real strategy in real life that real animators use all the time. Is basically just like walking around and like doing the animation that you're thinking of in real life, and then like recording yourself doing it. So that way you can kind of like practice and see like how does this feel, and like you'll notice things that you wouldn't have noticed, you know, uh, without doing it.
Yeah, I am realizing every day more and more reasons I'm glad I became a YouTuber. Because good God, I was doing this on a live cam still. Flossing on Twitch. Could never live it down.
Is this the rig for a project are y'all working on? So this is the rig for the uh well, this rig specifically is for my VTuber, but I gave Nalian a copy of my VTuber model so that he can practice animating it, since it's all like rigged up perfectly to be used. So then he can learn all the different like bone types and IK and how to mess with like a Rigify rig. Um, and then use that knowledge then to apply to his little slime that he's animating. That'll be a lot simpler to animate than this.
That's what he says, but I think he wanted to do this because he was scared.
Yeah, your slime is a little terrifying, I gotta say. It's good. It gives a nice menacing aura. It
As you
embodies
should.
it embodies chat very well.
You will respect Blubber.
I think this is Blender class. I've been sitting out on lessons, so I'm not sure what chapter we're on. What chapter are we on?
4
I think this is
hesitantly.
stream 4. I actually look at my notes here. Yes, we're technically on week 4, even though we skipped like 2 weeks. uh, but yes, canonically this is week 4. Howdly doodly. Yo, what's
I'm
up?
bad and don't have all of the lessons uploaded, but I do have at least the first lesson on my YouTube.
Oh yeah, I gotta like. I think my VODs are like close
Let's see. I
to
don't know if you have VODs
expiration.
uploaded yet.
I should probably save my VODs probably after this stream.
Please do, because I may have made a mistake and do not have all the VODs anymore.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh shit. We got a flossed skeleton before GTA 6.
Okay. So, we've got two. And then what I'm going to do here, this will be a little cheat here, because the next frame of animation is I need to go back to that first pose. So I'm just going to duplicate that pose. So then it's
We
like
got him,
that.
boys. All right. It was shifty to duplicate.
Yeah. Then
Oh my fucking god.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another little thing here. I'm going to select all of my bones. And then I'm going
Oh,
to find the thing that I'm looking for first. Where would this be? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me make sure this actually works.
go through the process again.
Yes. Okay. So selecting all of my bones, I'm going to go to pose here up on the top. And I'm going to click copy pose.
It's okay.
And then I'm going to click pose again. And I'm going to click paste pose flipped. Because that's the next frame that we need.
Whoa! Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I was standing up. Definitely not flossing. What was the step?
So
Hypothetically, asking for a friend.
if we select all the bones and we click pose at the top here and do copy pose, then we click pose again and we click paste pose flipped, then that gives us our next frame of animation. And then we can just hit I from there. And then we can do this yet again because we have our frame where we're going in like that. We can hit.
Oh wait, I missed something for the. Can you do the paste pose again?
Yeah. So let me go back. So I have this outer pose here, and then we're going to go
Right.
copy pose. And then I'm going to move my cursor to 15, and then I'm going to hit.
Maybe because I'm in the wrong frame.
Oh, yeah. You have to be
Pose.
you have to be onto a blank frame for it.
I move over to a blank frame and then I paste pose.
Oh, you need to make sure all your bones are
Oh, paste
selected.
pose flipped. Oh no, I see what I was doing wrong
Oh,
now.
okay. You
That
got
is
it.
entirely my bad. Okay.
Yep. And then I'm going to keyframe there, and then I'm going to go back to our second pose that we did, and then I'm going to do the same
And then
thing.
repeat the process. Okay.
Copy pose,
Holy shit.
paste
I was
pose,
starting to
flipped.
like not dread, but like I was like, oh damn, now I gotta like remove all the bones to hit the opposite directions. But you came in clutch and were like, nah, no, you don't.
So that gets us most of the way for our animation. And then basically then I just go and I copy that pose again. And then I copy that pose again. And I copy that one again. So it goes that, that. So I'm going to set my frame limit to 35 because that's the length of our animation. There is some weirdness here that we can figure out.
Oh, okay, so this yeah, this is 30. I see now.
And so, depending on how you're doing your animation, you may or may not have this issue that I have right here of since I'm just mirroring the animation, you can see if I go to
I don't have
so
any issues. I think. Wait,
let's see. I don't think you actually have the issue that I have, but I'll show you how I'm going to solve this. Is so you can see with my animation, it goes, it goes in, out, and then when it crosses over, I have this issue right here where the arm clips through and then through again to get to that next pose.
yeah, okay.
And so what I'm going to
Wait,
do is in the middle of this pose here,
what's up?
I'm going to grab the bones that are the offending bones here, and I'm going to just
Hide 'em.
adjust them where I think they need to be. So like I'll move this one up forward because this one's going to have to move forward and across. And then I will just grab these two bones, have them selected, and iframe them. So then now when I go like that, that like crossover does not
That's the sauce right there.
yeah, it doesn't clip through, and then I just have to do that on the way back as well. Is there's a
Which you should be able to just do a flip, right?
theoretically, let me see. If I go like that and I say I go copy, and we go to when things get wonky, and then we do paste flipped. Yes. And then we iframe those guys. And then I think I need to add an extra one because we go way back here again.
Yeah. Kind of clips into your ass, but we're not looking at your ass this time, so I'm gonna call that fine. Oh wait, that looks wrong. Something about this looks off. Oh no, it's correct. Okay.
So I think, let's see.
Oh, damn, you're putting like a whole shoulder rotation into it. Okay, you're putting your whole scabussy into it. God damn.
Let's see. Think I will call that good there. Um, so then I'll set this back to 120. So then if I wanted to use this in conjunction with like other animations, what I would do is now that we have this in here, I can go up here to my NLA track and we say push down, and then this shoves it down into the NLA editor where you can, because if you think about the NLA editor as like layers in like Photoshop, but for animations. So things will kind of merge together if like say I have one animation that like moves the arm over here and then I have another animation that moves it up here. It's going to kind of go somewhere in the middle because it's, merging all these, like it's trying to make sense of all these different animations.
Right.
Let's see, then I can take this and now this is good enough for Godot. So basically Godot, when it reads animations from the animation player that's generated from importing a blend scene into Godot, this is where it reads them from. It reads them from this NLA track right here. And so say, for example, if you were making a whole animated sequence of like multiple different rigs animating together, of like if you're, I don't know, animating just randomly like some characters talking or something and like they're walking around, those will be on different tracks. However, if you name the tracks across multiple rigs the same, so like if I had like, a track that's called like characters walking, and then I animate two different characters walking and I name their NLA track the same on here, because, like they'll like this drop down right here there'll be one of these for each rig. And so like if they have, like if I have floss here and then they have another rig that exists and it's also called floss for one of its animations, in Godot, when I tell it to play the floss animation, it will play both simultaneously. So that's a thing to keep in mind, is these need to have unique names if they should be separate animations. But
okay,
say if you have multiple characters that you want to animate a sequence with at the same time, then you would want to keep that in mind, that they would need to have the same animations if you want them to happen at the same time. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what other things. What other things I should mention about animation? Oh, yeah. So if you want to say, like if I wanted to have it where in this animation, so if I go back and I reselect the flossing animation in here, say I want to also animate like a facial expression or something. Most things in Blender you can animate. So if I go back to object mode and then I click on the face here, and then I say go and set the floss animation. So we're going to link the floss animation data to the face now as well. And then I'm going to drag this out so I can see it better here. We can actually animate the shape keys with Blender.
Ooh.
So if I wanted to say, like, I'll do it where my eyes kind of like are, let's see, where is blink? So this so I'll hover over it. I'll set my cursor over the blink keyframe or shape key, and then tap I. And now this is a keyframeable value. So then I can say go here to like 5, and then I'll say, set it to some value there, and then it keyframes it there. And then I can say like at this point, go back to full open eyes, tap I over it again, and then go here, close the eyes down again, tap I, navigate to the next spot, and then set it back to 0 to match.
Whenever I hit I over the shape, wait, do I hit I over the shape or the value?
Over the number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's one
All right,
thing. That's
okay.
one thing that's annoying with Blender is hotkey. It's annoying and useful at the same time. Hotkeys are highly dependent over where you're resting your cursor. And that's something that I forget about constantly. And then I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with Blender? And then I spend 30 minutes Googling, like, why is my Blender broken? What the heck? Why is this hotkey not working? And then I see, oh, somebody filed an issue on this on GitHub. And then I read through it, and then it turns out, oh, yeah, they just had their cursor in the wrong spot. And then I move my cursor, and then it works. And then I feel stupid.
Oh no.
Let's see. But yeah, so then now I'm like blinking as I'm flossing there.
I made your eyes pulsate for some reason.
But yeah, so then you can see like if I set my total keyframes down to like 35 or whatever your max animation length is, then you can hit play and it will see that it seamlessly loops. And then you can also turn on like I'll turn on the walking animation. And then oh yeah, I guess that's not gonna work because this floss animation is kind of poorly made where we keyframed everything, so it's not gonna merge animations.
But if I wanted to change the values of where the shape keys were, how is that done?
The
Is that
value
done in
the value of where
software?
shape like per um
Like per frame. Like if I decided, oh, I actually don't want the shape keys to be assigned like that, I want to redo it. Like what's the
let's see, where would we find that? Oh, that's kind of odd. Let me see why this is like this. Oh, okay.
like if I just remove the NLA track for it?
Maybe why this is interesting. Why is trying to figure out why. Oh, that is really interesting. I don't know. Yeah, usually in the summary on the left here, it should show the keyframes for this. I don't know why it's not showing the keyframes for that stuff. But yeah, if you want to say you want to just like totally clear the animation data off of the head, if you go down to the rig drop down on the right, we go down to the skull, we drop down there, and then there's this little animation thing, and we can right click in that animation drop down and say delete, and then that deletes the animation data associated with it, And then we also need to go up here to our NLA tracks. Um, if you do have an NLA track saved for it, clicking on it right here, and then hitting delete. And then for some reason it still animates. That is interesting. um oh, right. This is the other place we have to delete it. You have to click on the skull, click to icosphere, click to key, then click to animation, then click to key action and delete.
To delete it in 3 different places.
Yes. I foolishly downloaded one of the VODs to see how big it would end up. It's a 7 gig file. Yeah, I am streaming at a pretty high bit rate, so it's going to be a large file. But yeah, what I'll probably end up doing is that's actually a really smart idea.
My
Is just
floss animation.
oh, did you kill your floss animation now?
Did I
Let's see.
Control Z bring it back?
Oh, if you click on your rig, the yeah, if you click there, yeah, because mine's doing the same thing.
Yeah, still not there.
Oh wow, yeah, what the fuck? Huh. Okay.
Okay, we got it back.
Yeah, that is odd.
We tried.
Yeah, I don't know what. That is very weird then.
Deleting those keyframes from the icosphere skull. Wait, no, that's hilarious. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is kind of weird. I guess this is a reason why it's good to have shape keys for like stuff like this on their own track and their own animation track.
Yeah.
That's kind of odd because usually you are able to see that. I don't know if that's like an actual Blender bug or if I'm just lacking in knowledge here.
Let's delete
I
key
feel
actions.
I feel
And it
like
deleted the whole skull.
I feel like that's just a I am lacking in knowledge, so odd.
What the fuck? I tried to delete that key action icosphere and it deletes the entire skull.
Huh. Yeah,
Well, guess we're
um
keeping it.
there's definitely a lot of weird little things like that that are kind of just you end up having to I mean my process of figuring that out is sit there and tinker with it for like a good couple hours and then eventually I'll figure out like okay, yeah, this method reproduces this the same way every time.
Not
Um
as easy to do while on stream and learning.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to tinker with it off stream at some point. Probably when I mess around with animating Blubbert somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will stick with what I have then. On to whatever's next.
Really I think that's pretty much it that I had for today.
Oh, Pog.
So I think we can probably just call it really early here. I mean, although we are, I guess we're a hour in, but um, yeah,
That
because
is
I think
fine with me.
that's
I did an all-nighter last night, so I am prepped and ready to sleep.
yeah. I mean, if you don't have I mean, I'll open it up for if you have questions about specific things in Blender that you want
Actually,
to
I do.
ask.
I specifically want to be shown how to now render this as a GIF or a
Okay,
GIF.
okay. So I will show you how to do that. So, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go to so there's a couple things.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. There's one other thing I want to ask about.
Yes.
If, for example, because if you watch the animation, when it
Hmm.
loops back, um, to its natural position and then goes back to the start, it's on that one position for a frame more than every other thing. So there's like a
That's
noticeable. Is there a
that
way to only put it on for like half a frame or something?
that doesn't show in the render.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's just a blender like slightly lagging as it has to reset things back to the. But yeah, that as long as it's the same keyframe that you duplicated from the start, there is no there's no lag between looping like that.
Cool. Never mind then. All right.
Yeah.
On to rendering.
Okay. So first, what we're gonna do is, well, first we need a camera. So I'm gonna go into object mode, Shift A, add a camera. I'm gonna move my camera to where I want it to be. By moving my viewport and then doing Control Alt Numpad 0, and that snaps the camera to wherever your viewport is. So like that.
Oh shit. I need to keep that in mind.
Yeah, that one's very useful. Um, so I'm gonna set that there, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click to output, which is this little like printer looking tab here. And then I'm going to scroll down to output here. And then here I'll enter a file path for where I want this to go. So I'm going to click the browser thing. And then I'm going to go through and like find wherever, like I'll just put this on my desktop.
Okay. Hypothetically, there's a chance I was messing with the viewport and missed the instructions after getting the viewport.
Okay. So, on the sidebar right here, there's the little like printer icon. Click that.
Okay. Printer icon.
And then scroll down to output. And then you'll have a and you can just leave that as default. The file path there, that'll just put it into your temp folder in Windows. Which is totally fine to just leave it there.
Okay.
Because then you just access that in Windows by going to the URL bar in the Windows File Explorer and doing a %temp%, and it will drop you into that folder. So then what we're going to do is we're going to select file format, and we're going to scroll to, we want to do an FFmpeg video. And then we're going to scroll down a little more, and we're going to say encoding. We're going to set that to a MPEG 4.
MPEG 4. Okay.
Yep. So that's an MP4. And then you can convert that to a GIF if you want a GIF later. And then you can leave the video codec and all of that stuff as default. And then you click up here in the very top left to render. And we want to render. Actually, before we hit render, go into your viewport, hold Z, and go to rendered. Now you can see the problem that we're going to have here. There's no lighting. So we need to quickly just do a Shift A, add like a sun or something, move it out, rotate it. Just give some basic lighting here. And then, actually, I'm going to do another step here. We're going to do Shift A, add a plane, make it large, select the edges, E to extend those out, and then bevel a little, expand, just to my trademark little light box that I do for rendering stuff.
Was the What'd you do to extend the sides again?
I just did edit mode, selected edges.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah. I just select all the back edges and then leave the quite literally the fourth wall open. Yeah. That way
And
we'll
then how'd
have
you do the bevel?
uh go to the modifiers for the plane there. So by in object mode selecting it.
Okay, object mode, add modifier, then bevel.
And then yeah, just turn up the amount in segments to something so it's rounded.
Must have missed something somewhere.
Um hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well.
Oh well, doesn't matter.
um yes.
Tried.
So then yeah, now we're ready. We have some lighting in the background, so it's not just going to be the void in the background. So then in the top left, I'm going to hit render, and then I'm going to hit render animation. And then it's going to step through all of the frames of the animation.
Amazing.
And so this is rendering an Eevee, which is like the kind of lower tier, like less accurate rendering system. If you wanted to render something really, really professionally, you would set it to render in cycles, which is the like, you know, like actually using your GPU, like ray tracing, you know, reflections, all of that fun stuff. So
Okay,
then once you have
fancy
that,
stuff.
once you have that, you should be able to, if you go in your file explorer after it says that it's done, it'll be set on the last frame. Um, I don't know if yours finished rendering everything.
I think it did. I was trying to change the viewport, but
Um,
no, whatever. Okay. I think it did because it paused at one point.
yeah, well, it should have paused on the last frame. I think if you tap escape or tap anything during the render, it'll cancel it.
Ah, shit. Okay.
So might need to try rendering it again, and then you'll definitely know when it's done. But yeah, so then while that's rendering, if you open File Explorer and then in the top bar where you can type in like what folder path it is, just type in.
Yeah, I'm already in the temp folder.
Okay, you got it.
Up there.
So
Prepped
then
and ready. And then it'll appear as the as an MP4 in that folder.
yes, it should be named 0000 dash whatever your max frame is, so like 30 frames or whatever, dot MP4.
Okay.
Yeah, so like this one is mine here.
It
Oh, my,
looks like it would be done.
yeah, I don't know why it's stopping on 22 frames out of 50, I think you have there.
It's on frame 30. It doesn't show it on my stream. So it's in a separate window, but
Well, yeah, but you have
but
your is it set? Or I guess it is set. Yeah, it looks like it's stopping at frame 22 for some reason. I'm not sure why. Cuz so like on mine when it is finished rendering, the playhead will be at the last frame, but yours is like stopped like here for some reason.
Oh, maybe if I didn't have it start on 0. Let me try render again. Maybe I'm the problem.
I don't know. Could be Blender weirdness.
Animation. Oh, it does in the background. Oh, I see. Okay. Running it back.
Okay, now it's continuing on. Okay, now that should be successfully rendered. And now you should see it in there somewhere.
No, not the temp. Not this. Uh, Not in my downloads. Let me re-navigate to my temp folder. No, the only thing going, like the most recent thing that came into that folder is an autosave for this file for
Odd.
the Blender file itself.
I guess you could try changing the like that path there to like C colon slash whatever slash desktop or whatever your path to wherever you want to save that is.
Do, do. Oh, what the fuck? Oh no, it was just in a different file folder.
Oh,
Thought it
odd.
was in that percent
Yeah,
temp percent.
it should
Just
be there, but
it's just C/temp or TMP.
oh, I guess that
It's
makes
in a different
sense.
temp folder.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna open it up. Good Lodi, he flossing. That's so fast. Okay. And then I can loop that in a GIF and make it that goes easy, right?
Yep. Yeah, if you like said like upload that to like Twitter or something, it would just seamlessly loop the video.
Oh, really cool.
Yeah. So
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
that is all that I had planned. Um
Cool, cool.
so yeah, I mean I'll probably be headed out now cuz I did have some stuff suddenly come up, so I'm going to disappear, but yeah, I hope
No
you're
worries. So next week we are starting the actual coding.
yes, we are doing our C Sharp 101 introduction.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, get excited. It's gonna be like
Anything
your
that
basic like first day in programming class in school.
Hello World, baby.
Yep. I
Anything we need to have installed on our computers before then.
I don't think so. We might not even, depending on how long I go on the lecture, we might not even getting to actually writing code. It might just be mostly lecture and observing and asking and answering questions.
Oh, good God. Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna be real entertaining.
Oh yeah.
That's why I need to remake the presentation slightly to make it more interesting to observe.
Okay.
But
We
yeah,
can. Sounds good. Thank you very much for today's lesson, my friend.
yeah, yeah. All right, I'm gonna head out. Adios.
Sounds good. Have a good night, man.
You too. Okay. Yeah, very short stream, but that is how she goes, and I am going to go raid this person that I don't know anything about them, but I see that they are streaming game dev, and let's see. What engine is this that they're working in? I think this is like RPG Maker or something. Oh no, they're making a Doom wad. Hell yeah. Okay, we're going over there. All right. Adios, adios. Tomorrow I'm off. Wednesday, more dev stuff. So, yep. That is what we will be doing then. Do-do-do.